This presentation will investigate the structure and function of the alimentary canal and accessory organs of the digestive system, the processes within digestion, including enzyme activity and optimum conditions for enzymes to catalyse in, with a discussion on trypsin and pepsin in relation to digestion, and a demonstration of the 5 food groups within a balanced diet with examples of sources. How does the digestive system work? The human digestive system starts from the oral cavity and goes right through to the anus, and it serves 2 main functions: break down food and fluids into chemicals for absorption, and the elimination of waste from the anus. The digestive system is comprised of 2 parts: the alimentary canal, which is a long muscular tube all the way from the mouth through to the anus. In figure 1 there you can see. And accessory organs are the pancreas, gallbladder and liver, which assist the digestive system in doing its job. It all begins in the oral cavity when food and fluids are ingested. Hard enamel teeth break down food into smaller particles. The secretion of saliva from 3 salivary glands, the parotid, submandibular and sublingual, which lubricate and further break down food, particularly starch, in the mouth. And the tongue is an organ which uses muscular function to push the food to the back of the mouth into a bolus shape. The muscles of the pharynx then push food down into the esophageal tube. Solids are moved along to the stomach with the help of mucus and a process called peristalsis. And this is where the muscular layers contract to automatically move food down the canal. The stomach, which we can see there, is a muscular organ with 3 layers of muscles to support the mechanical breakdown of food via churning actions. And here is where the digestion of protein by the pepsin enzyme commences in acidic conditions. Then through to the small intestine, which is split into 3 parts: the duodenum, jejunum and the ileum. The duodenum was where chyme is mixed with digestive enzymes and bile to break down into absorbable state. And then in the following 2 sections, digested particles absorbed into the villi, which are finger-like projections, which you can see in figure 1.1, while chyme is moved through via peristalsis. The large intestine is split into 3 parts, which are the ascending, the transverse and the descending colon, and finally the rectum. It's only 1.5 meters in length, but a lot thicker than the smaller intestine, and this is where water is removed, feces is formed and ready to be stored in the descending colon. And the anus is the external opening of the rectum, and this is where the expulsion of feces happens. How is our food digested? There is mechanical digestion, which is the physical breaking down and turning up of food done by the teeth, tongue, stomach muscles and the alimentary tube assisted by peristalsis. Then there is chemical digestion, which is done by various enzymes, which are proteins functioning as biological catalysts. And there are 3 main groups of enzymes as shown in figure 2.1. Lipase, protease and amylase enzymes, and they are specific and they catalyse one type of metabolic action in specific areas. For example, the amylase will catalyse the carbohydrates within the mouth. pH level is an important condition for digestion as it helps to control the speed of the body's biochemical reactions. As you can see in figure 3.1, the pH in the mouth is quite neutral at around 7 and the perfect condition for the amylase enzyme. The pH in the stomach is highly acidic at around 1.3 due to the secretion of hydrochloric acid, and this is the perfect environment for the protease enzyme. The small intestine is slightly alkaline at around 8 due to sodium bicarbonate secretions, and these are the perfect conditions for the lipase enzyme, amongst others. Enzymes work most effectively at an optimum body temperature, which is around 37 degrees. Looking at figure 2, the active site is shaped perfectly to join with the substrate. A higher temperature can cause the enzyme activity to denature as the active site of the enzyme is then distorted. Trypsin and pepsin are 2 enzymes within the protease family. Both break down proteins into amino acids and peptides in specific ways and in different areas of the body. Both secreted in inactive forms and react with the specific environments to become trypsin and pepsin. Trypsin is secreted by the pancreas and works in the small intestine. It digests protein into polypeptides, mainly at the carboxyl side of the amino acids, in the neutral to slightly alkaline conditions, whereas pepsin is the main digestive enzyme of the stomach and it is efficient in breaking peptide bonds between hydrophobic and aromatic amino acids and works well in the acidic pH levels. In summary, pepsin begins the process of partial protein digestion into peptides, while trypsin acts on C-terminal basic amino acids, breaking them down fully. A balanced diet is made up of a variety of different food sources from the 5 food groups, and the guide is there to ensure all essential macronutrients such as proteins or carbohydrates and micronutrients such as vitamins and minerals are included to promote a healthy lifestyle. The 5 groups which make up a balanced diet are listed there on the right-hand side, and also necessary for the body to function are 6 to 8 glasses of water per day. The NHS released this image as a recommendation for quantities of food required for a healthy diet overall. Proteins, which include meat, fish, oily fish, eggs, nuts, beans and pulses. Animal-based proteins are classed as complete as they include all 9 essential amino acids. And proteins aid muscle repair, metabolism, fluid balance, energy, and forms part of every single cell in the body. Carbohydrates such as bread, cereals, potatoes, rice, and whole grain foods provide energy by converting to glucose and make up most of the diet. And carbohydrates are also required for the metabolism of proteins and fats in the body. Fruits and vegetables, which can include fresh fruit and veg, frozen, dried, juiced, or smoothies in moderation. They are a great source of vitamins, minerals, soluble fibres, and antioxidants to help offset physiological processes. Dairy, which include animal milk, cheeses, yogurts, and butter, are a great source of calcium, protein, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals, and are great for promoting bone health and concentration. And then you've got the added probiotic benefit in yogurts as well. And there are plant-based options available with micro and macronutrients added to match those found in its dairy counterpart. And then there are sugar and fat processed foods, which include cakes, confectionery, pastries, fizzy drinks. They are not required for a healthy diet, but can be included in moderation. The presentation will now finish with a summary of the areas that have been presented. This presentation showed the structure and functions of the alimentary canal and accessory organs, focusing on mechanical and chemical digestive processes, conditions for enzymes to work, and a study of 2 examples of protease enzymes. It has been concluded with a demonstration of the 5 food groups with examples of sources. Thank you for listening.